Hello. Oh, let me.
Oi.
Let me. Oh. Actually, no, I'm taking this. Hold on. Nope. Come on. Why don't you your turn? Nope. He hates me, man. I swear down, bro.
Hey, go away.
I'm going.
Oh, it's going. Hello. It's been a while.
Been a long while.
It's been a while. How you guys doing?
Good. How you doing? You look fresh off the boat.
Not the boat, Chica. I'm tired. Someone just said to me on my phone, it's because you turned 50, isn't it? So I'm at the age where I want to have cat naps.
No. No. When I come back from the Caribbean, it took me ages.
I'm just starting to feel human now.
Yeah.
Trust me.
It takes just long to recalibrate. Now, especially if you was having up a good old time. Especially if you was having up a good old time out there.
Listen.
One piece of ramen.
That was an understatement.
Sorry, Shasha, what was you saying?
I said, that is an understatement.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was better than I anticipated, and like I said, I was hesitant to go because I've already been, and I wanted to go somewhere that I haven't been before. I've been to Jamaica. I went to Jamaica in where's Natalie gone? Just dropped off for a minute. I've been to Jamaica already, 2017, and I thought to myself, I want to go for my 50th. I'd like to do something I haven't done. So maybe why does Natalie keep dropping off? She's like completely gone now. Yeah. I don't know where she's gone. She was in the back room, and then she'll come back. There she is.
Boy.
It don't like you, boy.
It just kicked me out. It just kicked me out and took me to. It had me on the homepage to log to like. Do you want to start a show? Like, no. I want to go back into the one I was just in.
Can someone give me I'm gonna just post. I think I've just posted in the group. Someone give me everyone.
Comment. Yeah, I'll give it everyone.
We're live now.
Let me do that.
Yeah. So, okay, she's gone. Can you hear me though? Still, Nat?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So I was saying to you, I wanted to go somewhere that I haven't been before. And I think 2017, I'd done Jamaica before. So I would, the world's such a big place. We've got such a long bucket list of things to do and places to go. You don't really want to, Good evening. Is that Juliana? Janita. Good evening, my darling. You don't really want to go places that you've been before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I still feel like there's a whole bag of Jamaica we still ain't seen, even with all of what we did. That's a place that you'd have to go to continually.
Yeah.
to see everything that you need to see. It's yeah, Mum was a bit like, sure, but she never said anything. But she was just like, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go to Jamaica, man. Sure. But she was living up her best.
She had the best time.
Yo, she lived her best life, boy. I started to monitor her because she's diabetic and her health has been really sketchy, as you guys know. But like it was like 11 o'clock in the morning. I came downstairs. I said to her, "What you got in that cup?" She, rum punch, and then she just shuffled off.
Don't kill me. That would be me.
She just shuffled off quick with the rum punch like that.
She thought, "Listen, don't come and bother me,
bitch."
She's getting me into trouble.
Yeah, get out of here. This is my rum punch. Yeah.
Literally.
We had a time. It was good. It was needed.
That's good.
I would definitely say, well, you guys know what's been going on. There's been a whole bag. I would say, I don't know. My mum said something to me that struck me the other day, and she said to me that she thinks I've had bad luck. I've had bad luck in life, and it really put me to think. Because from once someone from the outside is looking in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like she says, I think a lot of the stuff that you experience, like you're one of the most misunderstood people I've ever met. A lot of the stuff you've experienced, I just don't get it. And it's wild to me. But I think Mum got sick in what, 22 or 21? 21, isn't it?
21,
I think it was, yeah.
21.
Yeah.
And it's been pressure
since
she got sick. Like, we're in 25. So I feel like that was the first time I got to unwind.
Yeah.
It was the first time I really got to let my hair down and just plug out. And I made a conscious decision to just let a lot of things go. A lot of like things that you can't control or that are finished, it's your past. It makes sense. Dwell over it, let it go and walk into your 50s strong. So I feel like it was the first time I got to unplug. And I think once you stop and you unplug, it's like I've been exhausted. It's just like I've really had to talk to myself, like, get up. Today you need to do X, Y, and Z. Yeah. But this is the first time that I've really unwinded and just relaxed, I think, since 21. So, yeah, I need a holiday to get over the holiday. Basically.
I know them ones.
Sure. But no, we had a good time.
That's good.
Yeah, let me see if I can find so we can show the people them a snippet of what we got up to.
You're the most hardest person to keep anything from.
I still don't know how you did it. Charlene all had toilet brush to Ross.
No.
I still don't know how Charlene got all these things over there. Balloon, cake. We even had moe.
Listen, internet is a wickedest thing.
Yeah.
It's like, when I was asking the hotel about a cake, they were like, "Oh, yes." I was like, "Okay." I started to me, let me just find out. So I said, I said I want an actual cake. So what can I tell you what I want written on it? It was like, "Oh no, we give you a slice of cake." And I remember phoning Bella. I was like, "Bella, here what the people then tell me say, you can get a slice of cake." I said, "I don't want a fucking slice of cake."
What are you doing with a slice?
She bust up. She said, "Oh Lord." She said, "No." So I said, "Right, can I bring a cake into the hotel?" It was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Thank you, done." That put to my side. "Auntie, I need a cake." She's like, "Why need a cake?" I said, "Come on now, we don't do birthdays without cakes, especially a significant one." She's like, all right. She said, "I like the way how you asked me in advance." I said, "Because I know you don't do lastminute.com business, so that ain't gonna work."
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like, "Where you going all the time? Don't worry about it. Enjoy yourself."
I'm trying to talk Mum into having a little party for her birthday so that I can extend the
celebration.
festivities, but she's not having a bar. She's not having it.
It's like,
so
no.
yeah, nah, that's not happening. But yeah, let me share my screen. Gary's coming, but he's gonna be late. Let's kick Natalie out again. We're gonna have that kind of day. Oh, hang on. Not that one, not that one. I think it's this one. Can you see my page, Shasha?
Yeah.
All right, so in a nutshell, this is what we did for my birthday.
The alarm, and now the sound is dying. Whoa, hey, sound white time is longer than rope. And tonight, we must pick up yourself in a competition and can't defend the people. What a bam bam, quick. Somebody go call the owner people quick. I jump and must get in now, I hear me quick. Somebody call the anesthesia quick. I jump and just get in now. Them a bring him out on the stretcher.
Yeah. So in a nutshell, that was what we did. It was a movie. I'm still like, rah, this is so good.
No, it keeps kicking me out. It keeps kicking me out.
Yeah, I don't know why. It keeps doing that. Hang on, because I can't share to my audience. People are saying they can't share it.
I shared it.
You sure it shared it?
Yeah, let me share it. Let me share it again.
Hang on, let me copy the. I'm going to copy the link, and send it to this person. Yeah. So, Nat, it's been a while. Hang on.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like this overlay thing because I can't see the comments like how I would. It's coming up as it's live, which I thought would be a good idea, but it's so small you can't even see anything. Like, what is this? Jax H, evening ladies, beautiful, nothing like JA, happy belated birthday. Thank you, Jax. Thank you for that. But yeah, what's been going on with you guys? What's going on differently?
Nothing really. Just working and working. I went to City Splash yesterday.
Did you go?
Yeah, they got me the ticket for my birthday.
All right.
I was like, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna do with it. That all night, all day, all night. I had a blast. I was so drunk as well. I was so just drunk, and it was VIP. So no foolishness with toilet, no foolishness with queuing up for the bar. It was just nice. There was nice seating bits, and the whole vibe was good. Popcorn.
I heard they shut off his set or something like that.
I don't know what happened. I stopped paying attention. I was drunk. And then he was doing too much stupidness. So I just was like, I can't. I don't know what's happening. I think he wanted everyone to perform for him.
Oh, Lord.
But Spice, when she should have headline, I think.
Right.
She just cracks me up.
I feel like there's so much going on when Spice performs.
There was so much happening. She had a bed. She had a 4-poster bed on there. She came in on a motorbike that a white boy was riding onto the stage. Then she come off. She had all these dancers, and I was like, these dancers are English, man. They're from Harlesden because they did not come from Jamaica and dance like that. So I had to tease Dave with that one. I was like, I had to tease my friend with that one.
Stop with the friend business. Natalie's got a boyfriend.
Yeah.
He's lying, guys. So I had to say, I was just saying.
She was like, I had to hit Dave. I mean, my friend with that one. Get out of here with that.
But no, the dancers weren't great. Like what she had, I don't know what was happening, but she had a full-on performance. There was a lot going on. She called people onto the crowd. There was a guy that come onto the crowd. Once he got on there, he weren't doing nothing. She's like, get up off of my bed. You just lay down and do nothing. She was vexed. I was fine. She was like, no, just I lay down. She said, get up off of my bed. She made the boy get up out the bed because he was just laying there. She's like, get up out. Then she's like, security. So he come over and she's like, take off my trousers and we have too much clothes. He was like, huh?
Huh?
Yeah, his confusion was killing me. She said, take off my trousers and we have too much clothes. Unzip it. So obviously he's looking at her like, unzip your trousers. He was just baffled. She's like, unzip it. No, too much clothes. She had shorts. I don't know what too much clothes she had on. She was just bossing everyone around. She was funny. I just found the whole thing hilarious. It was funny. It was like a comedy. It was so funny.
Oi. No, I got up yesterday and I know Gary had a spare ticket and I dillied and dallied because my motto is if it don't make money then it don't make sense, but now I'll do it. Yeah. So if I'm not out making money, me now go. That's my motto at the moment. But then yesterday I woke up with hot foot. But then Gary was like, "Oh, why didn't you say something?" I would have just gone with him and his partner. But then it started to rain, and then I felt like I weren't missing out on nothing, and then I went to bed. Fucking tired. Tired.
I'm paying for it today, boy. I'm like today.
You're paying for it today. Did you have to go to work?
Yeah.
Okay. Enough said.
Yeah.
Enough said. Because these employers be watching people's social media. So you said this, So here's your P45. Yeah. Moving right along. So let's do the first topic because Gary said he's going to be late. So I don't know what time he's coming. I'll leave his topic until he comes. But the first topic, let's do the first topic. All right.
Oh, let me turn the oven off. Sorry.
Yeah, before you burn down the house.
Burn it down. Jesus.
I don't think that's true. I'm just seeing Rihanna and A$AP Rocky got married. Is that true?
Don't know. I wouldn't put it past them. I haven't heard this. Well, that's the first I'm hearing of it, but I wouldn't put it past them.
They're not legally married. Okay. No worries. All right. So first things first, a couple of announcements. We are we're going to trial going weekly because we want to see if we can hit different audiences, and some consistency might help. So we're going to go weekly. Same time, same day, 8:00, but we'll go weekly. We're going to be planning different guests. Like I said to you, I spoke to Sabina Caborn. She's going to be coming on to talk about her wills and trusts and stuff like that. Why is this cat
just come out of my face? It's not even supposed to be here.
It's always those little creatures that don't pay rent, boy.
He's like, what?
Just upping in the video, like.
Look at this idiot.
He's like, hello.
No, he's back there.
Oh dear. Yeah, so we're going to be going weekly. We're also going to be look out for some more Black Excellence events coming up. July, August, September, we're going to be doing some Black Excellence events back at Archway Market. Charlene, you have your work cut out in the love. We don't know what to tell you, but we have things to do. Evening, Mike Shaw, Tazzy Taz. Oh, Halfden Dancers. Someone's busting up at Halfden Dancers. I think I prefer the other one, you know, the other chat where you can... But I don't know how to take this off now because I'm too fast. That's my problem. Oh dear, I'll have to figure that out afterwards. But yeah, so we're going to be doing Black Excellence events August, September, October. Probably we'll look to do some Black History events as well a little later on in the year. So we've got quite a few things planned coming up. We've had a lot of requests for another No Bravado live. I can't even lie, the last one was lit and it was fully we sold out. So
we were drunk through that too.
Sorry, what?
I was drunk through that too.
Yeah, I've got you on camera sexually harassing
like
me.
Can't go out.
Yeah, that was a good evening though.
That was a good ass evening, you know.
Yeah, it was a good evening. So yeah, lots coming up. I don't know. What do you think, Natalie? When do you think we'd be able to fit another No Bravado live in? Because we've got a lot going on, boy. With Diva Choice, with Black Excellence, No Bravado, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
When do you think we'd be able to fit in another live?
I don't know. I'm thinking even maybe doing it with a twist. Like if we can do it in the summer.
Yeah.
If we did do it in the summer, like doing like a thingy in the park. I've seen people do a few things in the park which are cool.
Okay.
Like a picnic in the park day thing. Like a day.
Bring your own drinks, picnic in the park. But then how would we have the discussion?
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
no
you can still make a little discussion. Obviously, I don't think it would be as long, but you can still, like, if you have the thing set, if we just set it out, you can still set it out in a little way. I've seen people, especially in the park, the barrier park, I've seen people do loads of things there, like their own little
thing. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. But this the weather you can't trust.
Right. Yeah,
so that's the problem. You have to rain on your little picnic's head. Do you know what I mean? Just watch out everything. But we'll see. So yeah, we've got lots coming up, so stay tuned. And that's partly why we want to go weekly, so that we can talk to you about things as and when they hit, you know, hit the ground, and as and when we're doing it. Yeah. So yeah, we'll have different guests. We'll have Sabina Coburn on. Bella's going to be joining us more regularly on the weeks that you're not doing. I'm hoping to fill her with you and blah blah blah. So, yeah, looking forward to it. It's gonna lots going on. Anyway, first topic.
Or the cat can come because he obviously.
This cat's too no. Did it just say kiss my ass? That's what it's saying, didn't it? The cat just come and skin out his bum on the camera.
He'd be listening to Spice.
Skin out the bum. And then back in just a boom. Vibes.
And you know what?
What?
That's the first time I've seen her live.
Yeah.
She's pretty.
Yeah, she is.
I've seen her on Love and Hip Hop before, and I thought, because she was so mixed up on there, you know, when you just struggle to see the niceness in somebody when she was mixed up on there. But when I saw her, I was like, I found her extremely pretty.
I think she's pretty, but I tell you what, there was this guy that went on Tasha K that reckons he done work for her, made her career big and this, that, and the other, and he said he had to give her herbs to wash out. Allegedly, this is not me saying this, but it's this guy saying that he had to give her herbs to wash out because her vagina is smelly. And you know, every time I see her now, this little duppy man comes in my head, like so, because I don't believe him. I think he's looking attention.
Yeah,
I think, you know, he reckons he done spiritual work for her, and
And it's the easiest way to slag off a woman. That's the easiest one.
He done witchcraft, he did this, but then she promised to do something for him to give him a bit of the fame, and then she never did it. But my argument is, well, then if you're this good and all of the stars come to you to make their career big, why can't you just do it for yourself? I don't understand. Why is there beef? Just do it for yourself. I really don't understand. But it's now he just lives rent free in my head every time I see her. But I'm trying to wipe that out because she is very talented. She's very talented. She's very beautiful. I love her dark skin.
Her skin's immaculate.
Yeah, I think she is very beautiful. But whenever I see her, he is in my head, all speaky, spokey Jamaican. And whenever I see her perform, I just think, oh my God, what is happening? She's doing the splits. Then she's got her leg up in the air.
That's what she had. She had her leg up on the bedpost yesterday. And she was like...
all these things, I can't keep up. I can't keep up with Spice.
She cracked me up yesterday, man.
Yeah, boy. I read 50-year-old now, boy. I mean, all right. So first topic. Share screen. Anything you want to say, Shasha? What you been up to this week before we go into the first topic? Mike says, for fuck's sake, what have we done now? Why is he effing us? Anything you want to say, Shasha, before we move on?
No, I've just been catching up with sleep and cleaning out. I did a whole lot of cleaning out how many months ago, and I was like, I need to do some more cleaning out of clothes, get my floor sorted out in my kitchen. Yeah.
I started today as well, like just cleaning out and throwing out stuff, and because one thing that Jamaica trip has definitely solidified in my mind is that I'm not retiring here, so I definitely want to start making things lighter and just doing different things. But yeah, man, we'll be gone again soon. All right, first topic. From Davina, our all-star contributor. Swipe from another group. What would your advice be? Inbox. My husband and I decided to separate in October. He started dating a woman with 3 girls at the end of December. We have 1 girl together. We have agreed to never introduce our daughter to anyone until we have met them first. He recently told our daughter about his girlfriend and she wants to meet her. We are still in the process of getting the paperwork completed for our dissolution and still do not have a court date or an end date in sight. He asked me to meet her so he can introduce our daughter to his girlfriend and her daughters. I'm still struggling and trying to get used to the fact that all of this is happening. I don't want to be back with him, but I'm still struggling with the speed of him moving on. We were married for 10 years and together for 16. How do I meet her and keep all emotions out? I don't feel ready for this at all, but I know I can't delay it for long. Any suggestions or recommendations on dealing with this, or words of wisdom? Anything really?
Well, she asked, what is happening? Nigga. You don't care the whole day and now you want to chat to me. Like, I don't know, someone possessed the cat because I've got no bravado. So
it's like my nose always runs when I sit on the screen. I had no running nose the whole day and now I need to run off and get tissue. But first they say, hello, girl.
Hello, guys.
You all right?
I've been kicked off the screen 3 times. This is happening. My thing wouldn't rotate, and now look at my man. Well gone. Please, he wants to be my bestie. Stop. It's not about you.
Where's Nova?
Nova is not impressed because he's here. Nova that tries to hump everything is vexed that there's a boycott.
they're like humans. They're not just fancy everything, you know. Plus, Nova's keeping it for me. Nova harasses me every time I go to the house. Boy, that cat it's a cat like a dog. It's weird.
It's a weird
tries
cat.
to hump my leg and all sorts of shit. It's a cat. It's not a dog.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, welcome, Gary.
Hey, you're right.
How was your holiday?
Yeah,
work. Whatever you're doing, work is work. Wherever you are in the world is work in it. It was all right. It was good. It was good. They had the Lush promotion team had an amazing time. Great turnout. All their events went off. They had a big accidental. You know when things happen accidentally. Mm-hmm. So that basically for some reason they had two boats and they were both usually we're at different piers. So we go around to the other side of St. Lucia and usually you're on two different piers. But this time for some reason both boats were at the same pier. So one was on one side, the other one side, and that water in the middle. So we had the impromptu sound clash, which boat was the best.
Okay.
Everyone was like, so they were playing a tune, and then they played the tune, and then they had all the locals on the pier that voted which boat had the best vibes and stuff. You know,
I love that.
Viral moments. So everyone was kind of hyped, and everyone was jumping up and down, repping your boat. It was nice. It went off well. Yeah, it went off really well for the promotion team, and everyone's looking forward to next year. And the promoters already promoting for next year. They don't stop. So yeah, it's good. Good vibes. Met some cool DJs. I've never met
Booker T.
Well, I know Booker T. For I got some of his music, but I met him in person. I was like, "Yeah, brother, can I get a couple tunes, please?"
He just gave them to you.
No, he just did. He goes, "Geez, send me an email, and I'll fling some stuff to you, some remix and stuff up." You know, so I said, "Oh, cool, that's cool." Cy Anderson from One Extra, girl DJ, really good.
Right,
she's really good. Throw friendly. Me and her were chatting for ages about random things, like things that not to do with nothing with us chatting. She was kind of cool. So yeah, them holidays all right. Met some new people. Only depressing thing about it, on my plane was going out there was 6 people, including had the same birthday as me. You know how vex that is. Not special.
No, man. Do you know how many people, like tourist people, were strong in Jamaica? Because every minute they had to sing happy birthday. So they would sing they would do the happy birthday in the Stevie Wonder thing.
Yeah.
And then they would say, "Happy birthday, you are the birthday queen. Happy birthday, you are the birthday queen. One time for the birthday queen." And it was cute at first. And then after a while, it was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, it's someone else's birthday now." Every minute, could you imagine if he was the wait staff? One time for the birthday queen. Every minute. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's how it was in St. Lucia. Like, literally.
Tourist season was strong, yeah.
Everybody... Like I said, like from the week I was there, right through to that week, there was someone's birthday. So it's my birthday today, and it's like, okay, do. Yeah, it was fun. And some of the girls, you lot are brazen now. You're getting all hyped nowadays, you lot.
What?
You lot, yeah. Look, don't you look you done all stush. Not me, you know.
What?
The girls are just going on with things, bro. They be like, as I said, I told you, I was introduced to this girl, like, she's kind of cool, nice. Said she was 50, but she looked about 35. And chatting to her, and then she just kind of jumped on me, put hands around my neck, and wrapped her leg. I'm like, "Do I know you?"
Okay.
What happens in St. Lucia stays in St. Lucia.
I'm like, you know what? You don't want people to see this because certain people get vexed and end up topping your forehead. Like,
yeah. I've got a whole woman out here.
Think you put you down.
Yeah. Get off right now.
And then she's like, oh, and then she's all chatting. I was like, really? But then she ended up with some other. She was with some other. Oh, she was with my brother, and then she went with some other guy, and I saw them
was
holding
fishing,
hands.
boy.
I was just about to say she was going to end up with somebody.
Right.
It was
Think
happening.
about that there.
It was happening.
Yeah,
That shit was on and popping. If it weren't you,
but that really, yeah, really kind of, yeah, it was quite. It's quite intense, but people got willpower this time. People got willpower.
Yeah.
yeah.
You better. You will get the top in your forehead as well.
You know what I mean?
Willpower. There's too many cameras. There's too many cameras.
Yeah.
Everyone's got Instagram.
I don't know, because anyway, these girls, it's the same thing that I was saying to my mum. Yeah, we're really hard on ourselves. I think it's a British thing where we're quite conservative, so we don't show certain things. Like if your belly's big, we're worried about our belly and this, that, and the other. Oh my God, I said. I haven't even said nothing because she's laughing.
It's because I know what you're going to say.
Yo, I'm not going to be hard on myself like that again. We're talking size 22 girls in bikinis. And guess the biggest joke was they all had man. So
like that's funny.
they
Why is that
all
funny?
had someone holding their hand. So listen to me. Love the skin you're in. And work with what God give you, because there's people out here, oh, I'm not going to do this until I lose a little bit of weight. I'm not going to do that until I get my belly down. Fuck that. There's people out here living their best life with
their man.
With 3 bellies and not giving a damn and eating cake. You can put that in. Just living their life. I just think it's definitely made me think I'm not going to be so hard on myself anymore, man.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like I don't know if guys as a whole have the same thing. Maybe around other guys and stuff, because guys are walking around like they're 24, 25, and they're 58, and they're walking around like. No, I mean, running into the sea like they're David Hasselhoff, giving all this into the water. And there's with them, and then after 2 strokes, they being out of breath and have to come back. So I don't know if guys have the same kind of insecurities around that and stuff, but I know girls do. Can only wear 1 piece, can't wear 2 piece.
Yeah, I mean, my mum would tell you straight, that don't look good, your belly looks big. Straight. So I was like, I get it from you, this harsh kind of I get it from you, because mum would be like, no, wear that. That don't look good. You know, and else. So, but then you step out of the room, and you see other people living their best life in a 2-piece or a unitard, or you had one short suit, Shah. And then there was one girl, and I swear to God, she was like a size 24 or something like that. And she had the same suit. And this particular place goes up to 5XL. And people are just living their best life. And one of the things that I did realize when we were doing like plus size clothing and stuff like that, when we were doing research, is that people were saying they don't want to feel frumpy because they're big. Yeah. They want to have nice, trendy little clothes to wear. So the companies that are knocking out the trendy little shorts and so on and so forth, these bigger girls are slapping it up, and I am not mad at them. I'm actually inspired, and I'm gonna live my life and not be so hard on myself. That's all I do.
That was a running joke when I was on holiday. I don't know if it was me or one of them. All you girls in your Timu. That's a way.
Not Timu.
I said Timu, that person mentioned another name.
Sheen.
Temu Shein.
Yo, I'm not knocking Shein, you know.
Listen.
I'm not knocking it.
Listen, I'm not Shein, you know.
The Temu Shein
Shein-
199
Shein
outfits
does.
for today, that's for
Oh.
tomorrow.
I like a little bit of Sheen here and there.
Listen,
Hey,
me living
I
a
dabbled.
Shein.
I dabbled this trip.
Yeah,
I dabbled. I had a few Shein outfits in my case, and they
Oh,
were.
wait, I think I've got a Temu on as we speak.
Is it?
Andre, pop that.
My whole suitcase was a Shein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends what you get. You just got to be selective because some of it
Yeah.
looks like shit, but some of it looks really good.
Some of it does look good.
Yeah.
Because
I'm a bit of a snob.
every time I see Charlene, I would say, "Oh, I like that. I like that." Shein. Really? Because I'm a bit of a clothes snob.
Yeah, that's
But
me.
I gave up the whole brand thing. Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be Moschino. I will wear a Primark jean. I don't care. Whereas before, I'm not going to lie, it used to be a Moschino, Versace, or
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. I grew out of that. I've grown out of the love of brands. But I tell you what it is with Shein or Temu. You go onto their thing, then they've got some fucking thing spinning around. Then you have to collect that does my head in.
Yeah, that's long.
Cannot just see the item.
It's
But you
so
know what
long.
Shein is the one when I went to Prime at one time, and I just wanted a simple, light tracksuit kind of thing. And I was like, okay, let me go in there. Something to just wear in the house. Top is there, bottom's there. I just want a size 12 to the top. Where's the? Oh no, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, forget it. I'm going on Shein. Thank you, bye.
Yeah.
I think is I hate going into shops now. Like I have to literally mentally gear myself to go and clothes shopping. I go on my phone, I buy it. If I don't like it, here's the barcode. Send it right back.
Yeah.
Wipe it back. End of.
I
hate the time for it.
can't shop that way, you know. And I don't. Maybe it's a bit of a snob thing. I just can't shop online like for clothes. I have to go in, try them on, because I just have to go try them on. If I don't try them, I'm not interested. And I said I'm not. If I say I'm not into brands, then people will say you're lying. Every time I see that,
Yeah, I would be like, shut up.
Right.
I'm not into brands.
You are into brands. Shut up.
No, see, this is the problem. I'm not into brands. Let me explain myself, ladies, before we start tramping me.
Yeah,
I'm not into brands, but I'm a Taurian. So if I buy something and that style suits me and looks all right, I will stick with the same thing.
Right.
Yeah. So it's not about. So if I buy like I don't know, a top, a branded top, and it fits nice, or like a Vivienne Westwood shirt, I'll just buy a Vivienne Westwood shirt. Not because I know those fit and look.
They look good.
Yeah.
Right.
So I won't be like, oh, you know what? Let me try a Hugo Boss one. I'll just be, you know what? I like that. So if you come to my house now and went for there'll be about 30 black Vivienne Westwood, exactly the same shirt.
But I feel like I used to only shop in Zara. Like love Zara.
Same.
Never go.
Literally, you would not find anywhere I'm going in Zara. Bad shoes, coat, Zara. But now because I don't go out the same way, I'm quite happy. I should be a shoeaholic where you got the Kurt Geiger, the Dune, all of that. Still go look and what's on there, but because I go out differently, don't bother me. Like, if I wear something twice, then it'll be very, very far in between each time. But Shein, I just find that certain things that I've bought, a lot of things that I've bought, they're good quality because I'm very sensitive with material. But material's been nice and friendly to me, and
we're not Shein again. Sometimes cheap shopping.
Cheap and cheerful, yeah.
Zara on black.
And you can make it look expensive too at the end of the day when you put it on. But I just find some of the girls. I got no problem with big girls, but what it is like even with the girls that are slimmer as well, the clothes them are wearing them. They don't. It's like I said to Mum, we was watching we were spot watching downstairs in the foyer.
You got a bitchy boy.
it's like, and it was just like, what the hell? Like these, it's like the clothes them look good, but they didn't look good on them. It just didn't wear it properly. Like, come on. 2 girls had on the same dress that I had on, the yellow one that flowed.
Yeah, I remember.
And I was like, come on. First of all, you're wearing the wrong panty. Second of all, you're wearing the wrong shoes, and you can't walk in them as well. And you're not even walking like you got like.
I just left them to it. You not got time to sit down and people watch. God drink 2 pina colada, God smoke some weed. I left them to it. I can't. But anyway, going back to our topic, Tazzy Taz says Sheen is good. It is. But no, you and Mum were being bitchy, I think. I was just like, bye. I can't. Good night to both of you. One night you lot came in late as well. I went to bed.
It was the one that kisses over the edge. This lady came down. She had on all brown, and I thought she looks like her feet were burning her. And we were like, let's just go because it's a wrap. Yeah, she was literally just pop.
Don't wear them.
Han, you cannot walk in them. I can feel your pain. Why are you doing that to yourself for?
I took one pair of heels and I didn't even wear them.
Right, we took heels and didn't even like. No, I'm not doing it.
I can't. I used to be the heels queen. I can't even believe that I'm like this now.
Right.
All right. So now Gary's here, but I started this topic, so we might as well finish on it, but then we'll go to Gary's topic. Right. So I'm going to read this again, and you guys tell me what you think, yeah? So, posted by Davina Corbin. She swiped it from another group. What would your advice be? Inbox. My husband and I decided to separate in October. He started dating a woman with 3 girls at the end of December. So, hang on, October and December. That's not
right.
Yeah.
I've just clocked. Like,
right.
People in the comments were saying he had that woman from before.
Right.
But yeah, that's why they're saying that. We have 1 girl together. We have agreed to never introduce our daughters to anyone until we have met them first. He recently told our daughter about his girlfriend and she wants to meet her. We are still in the process of getting paperwork completed for a dissolution and still do not have a court date or an end date in sight. He asked me to meet her so he can introduce our daughter to his girlfriend and her daughters. I'm still struggling and trying to get used to the fact that this is all happening. I don't want to be back with him, but I'm still struggling with the speed of him moving on. We were married for 10 years and together for 16. How do I meet her and keep all emotions out? I don't feel ready for this at all, but I know I can't delay it for long. Any suggestions or recommendations on dealing with this or words of wisdom, anything really? So, me and Shasha don't have kids, but for the people who have kids on the screen, what do you think?
I don't think she can. I don't think she's. What did she say at the end? How do I
keep my emotions out of it?
You can't until you're ready. That's when you're going to do it. You can't. It's an emotion. You can't physically take your emotions out of it if that's not where you are right now. You can present as if you are. So you can just what she can do is not make it awkward and difficult and present as though she's not bothered.
Right.
But internally, if she's bothered, she's bothered, and she's just got to wait for that shit to go.
But to be honest, I think they made a dumb thing about we need to meet each other's partners. Why do you need to meet your partners? As far as I'm concerned, if me and you are dating, and we break up, if me and you've got children, as the father of the child, you should trust me to be able to bring my child to somebody that's going to look after them, treat my child with respect. Or if they don't, I should be pulling them up. So I don't know why you need to meet them. They're not your friend. What's that service?
Gary's so cold, you know.
I know. That's somebody upsetting today, boy. Like,
what's all right? You meet the person. You don't like the person. What happens then?
Right, no, I totally understand where you're coming from. My only question is, what's the hurry?
No, but it's still, but it's
No,
still,
no, no, yeah, no, but
it's not a hurry. If you've got, if I've got a kid,
yeah,
and the other person's got a children, and we happen to have the children. Say I have the child on the same weekend she has her children, and then we're free. Then I may want to bring the family, because listen, we're children. They don't care who my mum used to date your uncle. They don't care. All they're gonna do is run and kick ball. Yeah.
No, what I'm trying to say is, in terms of what's the hurry, I meant that in the sense of what is the hurry for her to meet the woman. I get where Gary's coming from. You as being an adult, you're, as far as you're concerned, as you said, trust me to know that if I've got a woman around me that I'm dating, and I feel that she's ready to meet my child because she's not going anywhere, then fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Your ex-partner would have to understand that at the end of the day, trust me, whether you like them or not is irrelevant. So if it takes you a bit more time to come to terms with what's going on, then cool. But it's not a case of where, oh, you must meet them. If I was in that situation, if I'm not ready to meet that person, let me not be ready. But if you feel that this is somebody that you want to be with, then cool. But this whole breaking up in October and come December you're meeting them, you two were messing around before. You were you two were waiting to split up.
You don't know that.
No, come on, October come December, 2 months.
Gary comes in like a politician sometimes.
Already. Really?
Yo, Desmond, I haven't seen you for ages on there.
I've met people that and kind of got in a thing with them quite quickly. No, it hasn't been like 6, 7.
But you never tried to introduce them to your babies,
right?
I'm not introducing to babies, but I've introduced, like, most of the people I've dated and I've got kids, I've introduced me to their children quite quickly. I would say less than a month.
That's quick.
No,
that's quick.
But you're introduced, but you're not introducing me. This is my lover. This is just Gary. You know what I mean? It's my friend Gary, or this is my friend, and that's it.
No. How long do you think it should take before you meet the kids, Nat?
I think
1 week.
I think you have to get to a comfortable state. Yeah, I don't think a few weeks or a month. You don't know enough yourself.
But how you introducing them? Because, like, if you just introduce the person as, oh, this is mummy's friend, or this is someone I know, then it's no different to you introducing them to me.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
You're not introducing them as, oh, this is my man. That's a different conversation. But you want me to introduce them as, oh, this is somebody, is my friend, and then you're talking and they see them around more and more and more. Then that's it. So,
for me, I'm just not in it. I'm not in it, like introducing people to them. Their dad can do it. But for me, if I'm seeing someone, I will wait that shit out.
But what are you waiting out? Are you waiting to tell them that you're seeing somebody, or are you waiting for them to meet the person?
Both.
So if you happen to be walking down the road one day and your partner was walking down the road, or so, you want to introduce and say, oh, this is my friend so and so.
No, I'd be like,
I don't know you.
Safe, brother.
Do the nod.
Smart.
That's for me. It all depends on how you're introducing the person.
Yeah.
If you're just introducing them as somebody that your mum knows, you're not saying, oh, this is Gary, call him uncle, are you? It's not that deep. Right? So that's what my thing. As far as I'm concerned, I don't see the difference if you introduce them after a week. It depends on what you're introducing them as. If they're your friend or somebody you know, then it's somebody you know. Yeah. No problem with that. But that's different if you're saying, oh, I'm going to introduce this person as my partner. That's a different conversation. But you can introduce them as mummy's friend or daddy's friend, someone they know.
Yeah.
Tazzy, I'm missing the comments because they're live, isn't it? Let me go back.
Clever, Tazzy.
What did Tazzy? No, up above that. So good evening, Desmond.
Shall I read it out?
Yeah, go back up to Tazzie's before
Yeah.
Desmond, where he says
Taz
what's problem.
said, he can do as he pleases. However, it will affect her as she loved him. Both are valid. However, I would not allow my child to meet them without at least being together for 6 months, not 1 month too soon. And that's true.
But what difference? I don't understand. What it meet them? What? You're to be honest with you, the person's more likely to be. Let me use this for a better example.
Oh, okay.
I can date you if I can meet you for 6 months. On the 6th month, you introduce me to your child. On the 7th month, we've broken up. If you introduce me at the 1st month, at least they would know me for 6 months, not just a month.
No.
No.
The same thing.
No, Gary.
The longer you've been together, the likelihood is that the longer there's been a consistent running. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's just a better foundation.
Do you think she's
I
still
don't know if I even like you yet after a month. The fuck?
Do you think she's still in love with him?
Yeah. I think she's just all over the place with it. Maybe she thought she's ready for the divorce, but I think when you separate from someone, you hit milestones to let you know if you're over it or not. So and then being with someone else is one of them ones that tests that. If that makes sense.
But even if you're with someone else, don't you still feel like, I'm missing out something, or even if you're over them?
No. Should I read that? Somebody's.
Okay. Yeah, read that in the comments.
Depends who it is, but no.
Has said children are clever. Desmond said, "I'm with you now. I can't lie. We involve our kids when we don't even know this person ourselves, and the person won't appreciate being called a work colleague. It also depends on age of the child," Desmond says.
As far as I'm concerned, as far as my children are concerned, they don't exist yet. They don't exist yet. Till later. That's just me, though. That's my preference.
Is there a difference between your older children and younger children? Will they make a difference?
Yeah. If you have an adult child, you're still dubious, but I would tell the adult child before the little picnic.
Oh, Taz said it's been a month. She is grieving for the loss. Of course, it's only been a month. If it was like 6 months ago
for him,
you think, all right, cool.
Yeah,
but within like a month or two, and in your mind you'll be thinking, well, hold on a minute, was you doing something with her while we were together and just wait until we broke up? Because that's 16 years is a long time. It's not a month. It's not 2 months. It's 16 years of your life. And then you're hearing your ex of 16 years has now got a girlfriend 2 months down the line of you splitting up, and you want to introduce her to my child. Of course she's going to feel away. If she doesn't, she should be fooling herself. The fact of the matter is, it's way too soon on either part. And it would make her think, something must have been going on here.
A 10-year marriage, and you get
10-year marriage, 10 years together, and in 2 months you got an ex-gal. Sorry, tell it to someone who looks stupid.
But if they, all right, if you just not to play devil's advocate, but actually to think about how I've been, if I've, some people can't be alone. You do know that, eh?
Yeah.
Is that how you are?
Different.
Yeah, so doesn't necessarily maybe that person's been around and they've been friends or know each other, and it's like, you know what, there's an opportunity now, let's get together.
Yeah, but 16 years, Gary. 16
years is 16 months, is 60. Time is time, innit?
No, that's
time is time, innit? A week for you is a month for me, you know what I mean?
I can't do Gary, I swear.
No, time is time, innit? Because like, what you want to do? I'm not trying to be awkward. I'm saying I just don't think. I've always said this to people before. I would introduce people to my children. They're big. They're both of them are reasonably big now, so it's neither here nor there. If they meet somebody, it's my friend. And then if we end up, if one of them said, I remember when I was dating Lorraine and Renee met her first. I remember one day I was driving with her. She goes, "Are you going out with her?" After about. And I just said yes, and she was like, "Oh, okay," and that was it. So most of the time they will ask a question.
Yeah, because kids are not stupid; they don't know.
You know, so it wasn't a case of like, oh, this is my. I mean, so it's my friend, and that's it.
You know, my problem is what I found when talking to people who have got kids and so forth, been in long-term relationships, or even not even as long as maybe not long as 16 years, is that reason why a majority, and this is coming from men mostly, the reason why they don't introduce kids to their partner who they're seeing, if it's for a month, 2 months, or 3 months, is because, as someone else said in here as well, you don't know as Desmond said, you don't know how it's going to go. You yourself are getting to know them. So every minute, couple of months, oh, this is my friend, this is my friend. How many friends you going to have?
Got lots of, I've got lots of friends.
How many girlfriends you going to have? Like,
I've got lots of friends.
Don't take me for a fool now, if it be your money or not. So, and I just think it would be confusing for the child as well, especially if they're a young age, to be seen this man, that man. Like, what example are you setting for if you have a girl child? What example are you setting for girl or boy? You're not really setting an example. Every minute you got somebody new around me. Like, get to know the person first.
Convey yourself in them.
We never met nobody that my mum was dating, boy.
But
we didn't really meet anybody until.
I'm not telling you to say you have to introduce it. Like, I'm not saying that the person's got to be around your house every week. This is my friend. This is my friend. You introduce them once, and then they may not see them again for another month or so, because there's no reason to have them around your children every day. But to introduce them what is it? There's nothing wrong with introducing to a friend, and they don't see them, blah blah blah. They see them once a month or once every other month. There's no, it's like, it is what it is. There's just somebody you know. And I do always think it's good that children see that parents have relationships. Maybe not physical. I'm not saying kissing up people, but they know you got friends.
Yeah, they know you got friends.
They know you got friends. You got friends. Everyone's got friends, and that's it.
They're having friends, but I think females, especially, treat me if I'm wrong, but I think females especially, they've got a way of body language showing that something more than what it is around kids. You know, I have heard it happen before, and it, like I said, it just, to me, I've had some man when I dated someone, oh, you can meet my child. I'm like, no. I don't do that. I don't know where we're at, so I don't want to be introducing no child. Because I'm not here for the confusion, or they might call it the wrong person's name, and then you got a problem, we got a problem. No. So you stay there with your children.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing that. And I just think it's just unfair. If we're out and I see you, that's different. Hi, oh, this is my friend such and such, and keep it moving. But I'm not going to purposely put myself in a position where I'm meeting your kids and I don't know where the hell I stand with you. Are we in something or are we not? If we're not, keep your pity to yourself. And when we figure this shit out, then we come back and have another conversation. Until then, please don't introduce me to nobody. Not even.
I've actually had guys tell me that it's a turn off that the person that they're dating wants to introduce them to their child too soon. Guys have said, "No, man, just trying to push this too quickly."
I think,
no.
It's different for me as a person who works with young people all the time. Being around young people, and at night, I just another young person I talk to. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't feel like, oh, just because I've had an interaction with them, it means anything other than it's just an interaction, just a young person. Yeah. So maybe I'm looking at it from a different perspective. Like, it's just an interaction. The more adults a young person has in their positive adults a young person has in their life, the better it is. The better I see the lives are. And if you see somebody, but then again, I said most of them disagree with me anyway, so it's all good.
Jennifer Ross said he never just met that woman.
No.
Hassan said probably his daughter, meaning that true, the woman's daughters are probably his daughters. It's too soon to be introducing another family to his daughter unless he sees a long-term future with this woman. We convene in 6 months' time. I agree.
Yeah. Give it a break.
I think he was with this woman from before. He also needs to give his daughter time to process the separation as well. Right, he needs to wait a while before any introductions happen.
Exactly. Yeah. Your mother just split up with from 16 years, and you want to bring a next woman into the child's life. Like, are you for real?
I wonder how old the child is, because that does make a huge difference. Because if you've got a child who's, Charlene, if you had a child that was, say, 10,
Yeah.
and the most they love doing exciting things that maybe doing, I don't know, doing some trampoline thing, and then they hear that you've gone trampolining with your friends and their children, that would be vexed. I'll be vexed. If I was the child, I'd be vexed. Feel left out.
Say that again. So I missed that part. Say that again.
If you had a say I met the woman's child,
Yeah.
I would, and then me and you had a child,
yeah,
and I met Trish's children, and me, Trisha, and her children have gone trampoline park, and then we had and the child goes, "Oh, Daddy, what you doing? We go, I went trampoline." Your child goes to me, "Oh, Daddy, what you doing on the weekend?" That's
different, because I've known a situation like that, and that's a whole different situation. You just friends going out, but I'm saying it's a
no. If I'm someday,
no. Hold on one second, okay. Because it's a group on setting. You understand? But when you got a one-on-one, for me, that's a totally different thing. When you got a group of people, oh, hi, this is such kids are there. Kids are not going to be thinking, oh, this is daddy's girlfriend or whatever. It's just it's a group setting.
But that's what she's asking in the thing. It said she wants to go out with him and his wife, his partner's children.
That's what I'm saying to you. That is a, when you're looking at it from that point of view, it is an introduction to your girlfriend. So you're going to be thinking, okay, that's my daddy's girlfriend. That you can't look at that saying, oh, it's just a group of us going out. It's not a group. You're in your, if it was a case of
I'm confused.
Natalie, no, if it was the case of Natalie would bringing her partner and her kids and your kids together, and you to see each other, the child may not think nothing of it because it's a bigger group setting. When you're doing one-on-one, that makes somebody think. Do you understand what I'm saying?
He doesn't. The frown on his face lets me know he doesn't understand what you're saying. He doesn't.
So I'm saying the woman that he's seeing has got children, right?
Yeah.
And he's got his child.
Yeah.
And they want to go out on a double date, a family outing. So he's asking his wife's his current or ex-wife is asking, do you think it's all right for her child to go with them on this family outing? That's what I took from the thing. No, am I wrong? Did I read it wrong?
No, she's saying
no. He wants to introduce her.
He wants to introduce as a girlfriend.
I thought they wanted to go out somewhere.
No, he wants to introduce her.
I thought he was going out.
No, he wants to introduce her as and to his partner and
their children.
His partner's daughters.
Yeah.
After a month of them breaking up.
Right.
So yeah. Desmond says, my son met a partner once. I introduced as a friend, and he was not having a bar of it.
Because kids are not stupid, man. They're not friends.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like when my mum was dating, like her last partner before she's no longer here with us, but her Clive, she dated him for more than 6 months. But they were going out and so forth. And she was never that person to have whole people around her anyway. But it wasn't until she met his kids. But I mean, his kids were older than me anyway. They were grown-ass kids. So she met them and they were cooking in her head. But yeah. And she stayed with them. She stayed at the house. But I didn't get introduced to my mum's partner until a good 6 months down the line. And she knew exactly this is not someone that I'm casually hanging with. You're going to see him here. Period.
Right. Yeah.
She was very, whether or not, yes, it was a case of how old you are and so forth, but it was a case of I don't want my girl child to be seeing me with this man, that man, that man.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna come give her some, Miss Pim a proper story about, oh, you got to be careful with men. No, it was to set an example.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you can have male friends and you would know who my male friends are, but you're also going to know who my man is, who my partner is. Not anybody could come up, not anyone come up door. Do you know what I mean?
They know from the phone calls anyway. After a couple of days on the phone, you're chatting to this man on the phone for a couple of months. They think about, who are you talking to, Bobby? I'm talking to my friend. Who? They're gonna ask you anyway. So I don't know.
Yeah. But I suppose like with my mum, I didn't see any males unless it was really serious. And I don't know, because there's a thing about, you're right, that Gary, that as the father you should just trust the father to make sure that the kid is going to be well looked after. So whoever he wants to introduce the child to, we should be assuming that he's going to make an informed decision and he's going to keep the child safe. But I just think sometimes it takes a long time to get to know people. And I wouldn't, like say for instance, you've introduced my child to this woman that you barely know. You're saying that it's a month, right? So we're taking it on. Where you know her from? So if you want to take my picnic round, why are you not laughing like that?
It's true.
Your face, where you know her from? It's true though. Where you know her from?
Where you know her from? So let's say for instance, you put my child there and you run to the shop and then one of her daughters clap by you and you've only known her a month. It's gonna get sticky. So no, I'll do it. You better know them before you make them know my child. It's as simple as that, I think.
Yeah.
What's Tazzy saying? Because this thing's hiding. Last comment.
See the comments.
Rebound relationships.
Okay. I don't think she's a rebound. I think this man has had this woman from one day.
Yeah.
Right.
He couldn't wait to introduce her.
Moving on to Gary's topic.
What was that one?
All right. So, can you see my screen? Okay. A Tory politician's wife is jailed for hate-raced post. So, the wife of a Conservative councillor has been jailed for 31 months after calling for hotel, house and asylum seekers to be set on fire. When did she do this?
After the Rochdale thing. When the girls got stabbed at the Taylor Swift dance party.
Okay, right.
When everyone went mad and when it was burning up the streets and they were trying to burn down hotels and all that type of thing.
I remember. Yeah. Lucy Connolly, whose husband serves as West Northamptonshire Council, post the explicit written message on X on the day the 3 girls were killed in Southport. The 41-year-old's childminder called for a mass deportation now and added, "If that makes me racist, so be it." Judge Melbourne Inman KC told Birmingham Crown Court the sentence for these offences was intended to punish and deter. The hearing was told Connolly of Parkfield Avenue in Northampton sent a message on WhatsApp on the 5th of August joking that the tweet to her 10,000 followers had bitten me in the arse. Yeah, Connolly previously admitted to intending to stir up racial hatred. I'll stop this. I read some bullet points on this following my conversation with you, Gary. And she just basically was saying that she was going to play the race card or something like that, or the mental health card if it comes up, and just basically never took it seriously. So the judge said,
Who did she say that to?
Just on WhatsApp messages. How the judge got these WhatsApp messages is beyond me.
Someone don't like her because someone gave her up. Boy, how you got the WhatsApp messages? Someone gave you up.
Because WhatsApp is secure, isn't it?
Yeah, they were like, "Get this bitch."
What else did they say? Her post was widely viewed and shared, contributed to heightened tensions that accumulated in violent far-right riots outside the hotel in Rotterdam. House and asylum seekers during the unrest. Rioters attempted to set buildings ablaze, endangering the lives of approximately 250 residents inside. What else did she say? The court, it was revealed that Connolly had previously expressed anti-immigrant sentiments online and had joked in private messages about the consequences of her post, indicating that she might play the mental health card if arrested. The judge emphasized that her actions were intended to incite serious violence, and such behavior warranted a custodial sentence to punish and deter similar offenses. So 31 months is 2 years and 7 months. Bomber Red.
So what they're saying, the big drama about it is they're saying it's freedom of speech and she shouldn't have got that. And some people have raped or beat up people, serious criminal damage or GBH, and have got less time. You can go and steal £99 worth of stuff out of Tesco's and get no time at all. This woman, all she did was get a tweet. So now the American president Donald Trump's got involved, saying that he's closely monitoring the situation because he feels the Britain has overstepped the free. She should have free speech.
But you're not the prime minister or the president here.
Yeah, so he's got involved and he's making up noise saying
for this man.
Little orange.
It's not just him. It's the whole American. They're watching the case closely. They're watching the case closely, and they will try to intervene because they don't see why she's got this time, because all she did was freedom of speech, blah blah blah. But the judge, but she appealed the decision.
Yeah.
Last couple of weeks ago, and the judge said, "Bang, you're staying in prison for the 31 months."
Oh no!
For the whole 31 months, and not even half.
I think they're not giving. She's not. No, they usually give you half the trial, but said no. You're staying in. That she's going to be in there for at least 18 months.
Oh wow!
Matting.
Well. What's your opinions on this, guys?
Good in her ass. That's it. I don't care about her. Stupid, ugly woman. I'm just like, good. Stop.
But you didn't think that the Wandsworth screw should have gone to jail for sexing up the man?
No, because she weren't racist. She did not discriminate, boy. This bitch, is a racist, farmer top looking ass bitch. She can go. Throw away
I said the same thing. See you in 31 months.
Hold on. So I agree that she should stay in prison. But their argument is, whatever you say, because she's saying she wasn't inciting nothing. She was just ranting, basically. And she doesn't think she should be put in prison for her tweets because it was just a tweet.
She don't think she should be put in prison because she's the one that has to sit in prison. We don't care. That's what I would say. Yeah. We don't care. And
because her husband's a counsellor and she's... she feels that she got some privilege, but I think she should be in jail. Maybe I think 31 months is a bit long though. Personally,
me too. Sit there and think about what you've done.
31 months is what, as I said, 2 years and 7 months in prison. Is a long time.
And sitting there with all the immigrants and all the black people and turn yourself around.
Yeah, Tazu says put her in the cell with the asylums. Yeah. Desmond saying he can't talk. Trump arrested a uni student for her dissertation on Israel, yet he wants to speak on the freedom of speech.
Yeah. So they arrested her and they were going to deport her ass. They deported her back somewhere because she wrote a dissertation cussing. They don't even know where she is. She's in some black site. No one can find her.
Really?
Wild. There much people. Do you know what they say? Do you know how wild it is? They're telling journalists that go to America now, they take a burner phone and anything with WhatsApp on it, like from previous, don't give it in. Leave that in London because American the TSA office, they're reading through your WhatsApp. So
I thought WhatsApp was the most secure thing that even governments can't get into.
No. They're saying they're making you open your phone and they're reading through your WhatsApp before you're allowed into the country. So they're telling people take a second phone, a journalist that is, so they ain't got that to go through and check and say,
wow.
And that's why the freedom of speech thing for me is a joke thing.
Yeah, and he just needs to mind his business and sort out his tan. It's ridiculous. Right. I think see you in 31 months, mate. What do you think, Charles?
31 months is a long time, but some rapists got less time than that.
31 months, mate. And put her, and Tazzy says, put her in there with the asylums then.
Sit in it.
No, but I do say you can get less time for doing some way more serious crimes.
Yeah, but the reason why I think she needs to stay where she is because she thought because of who she belonged to or who she was with, married to, whoever was going to get her out of it, and I was just having a rant. I'm
just having a rant.
Mental health.
You understand?
I'm going to play the mental health card.
Right. You
if this comes back to bite me in the bum, you're saying go bun up people, no immigrants now. And this country's built on immigrants. So I'm like, when are you motherfuckers going to stop this shit? Excuse my language. I said I wasn't going to swear. Sorry, Spotlight. But the country's built on immigrants.
Me dear, just stop now. Like, shut up. What
oh my
are
God,
you
every
about?
minute, go home, send them home, deport them now, burn them up, do this, do that. It's just 31 months. See you in 31 months, I think.
It's a long time though, Trish. 31 was like
2 years and 7 months to think about how to not send racist tweets.
Yeah. Work on it, Twitter finger.
Yeah.
Desmond's saying, nah, man, round it up to 35.
Yeah.
These politicians think they're untouchable.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But she's not a politician. She's a politician's wife.
That's even worse. So she should have kept her quiet.
She didn't think that nothing was going to happen.
Right. She's trying to use the fact that she's a politician's wife and that nothing would happen to her. Next time you'll think about using your little fingers and chatting what's in your head. Keep it in your head. Tell a friend.
Chat shit. Get banged up.
But hold on.
Chat shit. Get banged up.
Don't you think sometimes these things are better that they speak it, so at least you know what they're about?
I don't care what you're about. Don't care,
but if for me, your husband is a politician, but it's impacting on what does in my life. So you can vote to put. So you want to know what kind of person he's hanging around with, no?
I think they're all racist anyway. So it don't matter to me.
I mean, I was having this conversation with my mum the other day, and with a really close friend of mine, Dawn Matthews. We was talking about like dating outside of our race and like being in the 50s club now and, you know, not settling, but being a little bit more open to other options because we feel like we're loyal to black men, but black men are just not loyal to us. You see us.
Here we go.
We see them bopping up and down with their Karens all day long, and they don't feel no way. They don't feel no way. We're sitting there waiting for the perfect black man. When the black man's out there living their best life with Tina, Susan, and whoever, Sanjeep, whoever them can deal with. So, we were talking about this the other day, and it's really weird because how can I put this? It's weird because some of my biggest allies are white people. Some of my biggest allies that will say, listen, I just want to see you win. I'm going to open a couple of doors. Stephanie did it for us the other day now. Do you understand what I'm saying? I just want to see you lot win. Some of my biggest allies are white people and some of my biggest enemies are black. So where are we going from here? Do you know what I mean? Like, I've been through some bad experiences, and I've done a court case. I haven't really spoken about it, and I didn't win, even though the barrister said to me, he said, it's not as if what happened to you is what happened to George Floyd. So basically, if they're not kneeling on your neck, what's the problem? Kind of thing. That's the attitude of Brits, I would say, white Brits. That is their attitude. They feel like they can say anything they like. They don't feel like unless it's horrific, they don't feel like it should be sanctioned. They don't feel like it's just a rant. It's just a tweet. There's nothing, but they don't understand the hurt and the disruption that they can cause by these throwaway comments. So in a way, I think the 31 months, the whole of 31 months, man. Hold it.
No, it's true. You're not invincible, and that's the problem.
You know what I mean? Like you say these things and you have these comments, and it's part of why I am 50 years old, living in this country, born and bred in this country, never really lived anywhere else apart from Barbados for 3 months. But that's 3 months out of my whole life, and I still don't feel like this is home because you don't feel connected here. They tell you straight, you might be born here, but you'll never be British. And they feel like they've got this privilege that they can just say any reckless shit out of their mouth and you have to just hold it. No, there's anti-hate race laws for a reason. And it's about time they start utilising. If you're going to just be so reckless and wild, kitchen table talk should just be kitchen table talk. If you're going to just be reckless and wild, knowing that you've got that following, knowing who your husband is, knowing that people are probably going to listen to some of the things that you're saying, you've got a responsibility. You can't go around just spouting racist shit and thinking, I ain't that. So I guess that was my long way of saying that I don't think that all white people are bad. I really don't, even after some of the experiences that I've had, because, as I said, some of my biggest allies are white people. But some of them need to know you just cannot. And it's not reserved for just kneeling on our necks. It's how you talk to us. It's the microaggressions. It's the constant belittling. It's everything. Yeah, it's dehumanizing. It affects your mental health. And if you're black, it's like you're not, like, I'm not somebody's child.
Subhuman.
I'm smutty as well. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, enough is enough. So this isn't an anti-white campaign at all. I'll say it again. Some of my biggest allies are white, but some of them need to know that you will go to jail for 31 months if you chat shit.
Straight.
And I ain't that. Sorry.
No matter who your husband is.
Yeah, sorry. See you in 31 months, mate. What's Tazzy saying at the end?
Oh, Taz said you'll always be treated as an outsider.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. Send the immigrants home. Meanwhile, the immigrants build up the whole of your country.
Right.
If the immigrants didn't pick up rubbish, we'd be living in squalor. If the immigrants didn't clean your hospitals, we'd be in infectious kind of, like, stop it now.
Stop your stupidness.
It's ridiculous. You know? All right. So we're all unanimous apart from Gary. So
no. I told you. I just don't. I think 31 months.
That time.
I think 31 months is a bit extra. I'm saying you should be in jail, but 31 months, because I said before, I see bare crime, people get away with madness for some serious thing. But as the judge says, you're inciting, and I'm not saying your post deliberately cause people to go down, burn down that asylum seekers hotel, but asylum seekers hotel was burnt down. And when the 2012 riots are happening, and people were saying let's meet up here, they got like a year, 18 months. So our class is being quite similar. So that's why I think. That's why I thought it was a bit 31 months is a bit harsh, in my opinion.
No.
Tazzy said you all be treated that. Local authorities have this big agenda to get black people into higher positions, yet it is white dominant. Yeah, it is. And if you're too clever and black, it really intimidates. It really does. Black worse than some whites. I agree. Killing Joe MC?
Especially those in authority.
Some blacks are worse than some whites, especially those in authority, says Keely Phillips. So yeah.
I did something a little while ago. Me and Stephen Oram. We went down to Eton School, now the one where all the
it's his birthday today, isn't it, Stephen?
I'm just saying happy birthday. Actually, I've got to send there.
Happy birthday, Stephen.
Stevie O. So yeah, we went down to Eton, and so it's obviously one of probably the most prestigious school in the country. Has the most prime ministers. All the kings and kings of England have gone to the school. we was in there, and it was Black History Month, and we were talking about Black history and stuff. Oh, Stephen was talking about Black history and that, and a very powerful black man, basically a lord, came in and said he doesn't believe in Black history, and that was what I would so rant about. It's a waste of time thinking about Black history. It's in the past. We need to move forward. And I was sitting there. Me and Steve was sitting there like, what the, like, brother. You celebrate it. We've come to the school to talk about it, and you were saying, yeah. He basically said Black history, and then at the end he said, "Oh, you know what? We should stop celebrating birthdays."
Wow.
But this person's a lord.
Yeah.
And I mean, I spoke to him afterwards, and I didn't challenge him, but I kind of read like, you know what I mean, like, yeah.
What are you on?
Yeah, what you want? Like, we've come here to talk about Black history, and then we've had someone being really positive about it, and then you've come and kind of knocked it. So what's the point of you being here? But he was saying, well, you got to understand these labels hold us back. I said, bro, I'm in my mind, I think
nothing holds you back, Jigger.
You're a lord. You've got X amount of money. You've got you go and you make decisions that affect everyone's lives. You sign off government agendas and stuff like that. So you should be saying, doing what I'm helping, like people like me are helping change this country. Like, well, is it for the better or for the worse?
Yeah.
That was the last thing we went. But that's what I say. Some black people are just not about it.
Just not, yeah.
I know some people don't believe in Black history or whatever month and all that, and it should be all that year round. I'm not saying that, but in a place like that, with the people and there was black boys and there was a lot of white guys there, support the cause, innit? Or don't come.
Yeah, don't come.
Or don't come.
Yeah, don't come. If you don't come.
Yeah. I know that we shouldn't get too stuck on our past, but in order to understand fully who we are, we need to understand who we were before slavery. And the whole, we're not going to shy away. The Jewish do not shy away from the Holocaust whatsoever, and they have been paid for those crimes. They have been given reparations for those crimes that were committed against them, and we will keep talking about it until we are paid for all of the 400-500 years of labor that we, so get out of it. Desmond said, but it's not. I don't understand why we expect other man's land would treat us as equal. We are too accommodating in our homelands, and that's the issue. Our mindset is still in slavery. We need more like Burkina Faso president to get our heads right. I like him. I can't pronounce the name properly, but he's not having a bar.
Well, your prime minister's doing the same though, isn't he?
Our prime minister was a G from one day. I've always said that. Me and Motley don't fuck about. From she come in, the first thing she done was tear down Nelson's column and all these things out of the town, all the slavery statues. Get them out. She don't play about.
And
our little country, our little Barbados is the crime rate's getting high, and we can't afford all of that. And a lot of it is foreigners coming in and just doing madness, and she's putting her foot down. I don't blame her.
But you know what I was saying to people? There's the two prime ministers or presidents that I think are absolutely amazing and different level. The Beijing girl and woman, and she's left now. Jessica Ardern, the one from New Zealand. Levels. Yes. Just like when there's like was a terrorist attack, she went up there, did a little Muslim thing, wrapped her head, but she was, when someone's just got class about them. And I think, why can't some of these people come and be? Then we had Boris. I was like, what?
Who's just had his 27th child
taken advantage of by our.
So he's had his another child, another child.
All right.
No,
so we got 35 minutes left. So I want to jump onto the next topic because there's two more things I want to discuss with you guys before we go. So we've got 20 minutes to do it. 1 second. Who's been following the Diddy trial?
I did, and I just can't. It's too nasty.
I just like I really like the when the male stripper was talking about Cassie, and he said, like, when she came to the door and I saw this girl and she said, "Oh, I want you to do this, that, and the other to me. Are you all right with it?" He goes, "All was going through my mind, this is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life. If she asked me to do anything, I would say yes."
I would say yes. Like, imagine getting called to have sex with Cassie and you get paid. Anything from 1,000 to 5,000. Like, sometimes it'd have performance issues because they described that Diddy, and I'm going to say allegedly, because of the platform that we're on, but allegedly he'd be sitting in the corner just like a little troll, masturbating in the corner like a little troll, whilst I've been following it because I've had mixed emotions. I've had mixed emotions about, you guys have known my opinion about this all along. I do think that he has committed some crimes, and I think for the crimes that he has committed, he should definitely be, I don't want to use the word punished, but that's the appropriate word. He should be punished for that. I do think that there's people...
You should use the word held accountable.
Held accountable. There you go.
Yeah.
I do think that there are some people that are jumping on the bandwagon and just looking a quick buck. Apparently, they destroyed that girl from Dirty Money, Dawn.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah.
She gave like 4 different testimonies, so her civil suit's going to be thrown out because you just, I don't know. Sometimes it could be nerves. I don't know, but it looked like she just couldn't stick to a story, so they destroyed her. There's some things that are cut and dry. There's some things that ain't not.
The stuff he's admitted to, though. He said he done this, that, and the other.
Right. So after I spoke with you in the rain yesterday, I went and done some research. He's still not pleading guilty to any of the things that they have charged him with.
Okay.
What he's saying is, you lot saw me kick up Cassie. I was a violent boyfriend, but I'm not on trial for domestic violence.
Yeah.
And it's outside of the statute of limitations. They can't even fling that on him now because it was years ago.
Yeah.
So he's up for RICO, sex trafficking.
Yeah.
So what they're trying to do is establish if his conglomerate used his company to do illegal acts. Cassie's testimony. All right, watch this, and then we'll go back to it. Because I know that I have said, and this put me to think, I have said, no one can force me to have sex if I don't want to have sex. No one can force me to take drugs if I don't want to take drugs. Some of these people that were employed by him were like, I was kidnapped and held, at gunpoint, and I was told I was going to get flung into the river if I didn't do certain things. And I'm just like, you just got the job.
Yeah.
You can't though, can you? It's hard than that. You can't if you're employed by somebody, right?
Yeah.
And they're paying you, say, $10,000 a month. Say, right? You've got your mortgage and everything. You've adjusted to that lifestyle. How are you quitting your job and doing what? Like, literally.
Yo, listen. Easy. I know, because I hated the last job that I was in, but then the pandemic hit, so I get it. It's not so easy to just jump out of a job and get into a new job, especially if you've got bills or you've got responsibilities or there's certain things that work for you for that job. I get it. But you see, when you start holding me up at gunpoint and taking me into Central Park at night and telling me that I will disappear and then telling me that I have to go and pick up a whole bag of drugs and transport them.
I'm not doing it.
Where do I sign for the government check? I'll do it,
Yeah.
I'll go sign on. I'm sorry, do it.
But you can't. But you may sign on. But then when you start getting £500 a month from your £5,000, things.
I'm not. So what? I must take $5,000 a month, and my life is threatened every other day. You must be mad. I couldn't do it. Shasha, what do you think?
I see it from both sides of the coin, and from both Gary's point and your point. But I'm with you, Tish. I'm just not doing it.
I see Gary's point as well.
Yeah, because you're living in fear.
It sounded so dangerous, Gary.
Right,
when you listen to this,
I listen to it. I totally agree with what I'm saying. You're scared. You're petrified. You're getting money. You're getting money, right? It's a bit like sometimes.
Can I just say before? Sorry to cut you. Can I just say that she said that he owes her something like £89,000 in or dollars rather in overtime because she was working constantly around the clock. Yeah. And he said, "I don't give a F about that. I'm not paying it."
Yeah. You ain't paying it, but you're still getting your basic wage, which moved me maybe 150 grand a year.
The thing is, the thing is, when your money can get people in different ways, and some you will get some people who would say, "Boy, you know what? I got used to this lifestyle where I'm gonna do whatever I need to do and be cool with that." Others will be like, "You know what? I'm not living in fear. For that amount of money, is it really actually worth it?" And that's the question. Me personally, I'm not living in that type of fear. I really ain't. If I've got to go back to the lifestyle,
Natalie, your camera's gone.
The lifestyle that I don't really want,
I don't know why.
Back, then cool. Because sometimes, all that money is it really worth it?
No, but what I'm saying, you got the money, but then you also so it's a bit. You got the money, and also you got the threats. If he's telling you, if you leave, I'm going to kill you, then that's another thing. Another reason why you're not.
But you're like I said, you are in a catch-22 situation. You are going to be in a catch, but it's that living in fear. There
was one person that quit because he didn't like the way that he used to beat Cassie. So there was one of the staff members that said, "No, get out of here, I'm not doing this," and he left. Right. So he's not saying if you leave, I'm going to kill you, but
some people he probably was saying that.
Some people he would do, yeah.
But I said he used to threaten people all the time, and I'll disappear you and all that type of stuff.
But they got too much. Yeah. I'm not allowing money from anybody to capture myself. I'm just not going to do it. I've worked with some people in my job where the money's great, but they're very controlling, manipulative. I'm not. They're not wanting to pay on time. I had one consultant like sending in a message. I was actually on holiday. Was it last year? Yeah, last year. And the person took over from him. She was like, "Oh, he sometimes might have a problem with him paying." I was like, "Okay, cool, no problem." Paid late one time, and the second time I sent him a message saying, "Oh, have you seen my invoice?" He ignores the message. Send another. Have you seen my invoice? Kept ignoring it, but then kept sending messages about something else. I said, "Okay, I'm gonna play that. We can play that game. If my invoice is not paid within 24 hours, my services will surrender. I'm not doing that. Do nothing." He paid that real quick, didn't he?
Oh yeah, because people just take the piss. Right. Kelly Phillips says, "Has Oprah testified yet? Is she due to testify?" Oprah?
They might.
Can you imagine? Desmond said Diddy would send his goons. You forgot he got a man's car firebombed, so people knew he was about that life, and they believed his threats. Yeah. It wasn't so easy to leave blood in, blood out settings. If your family was threatened, would you do it? If it was only me, defo not involved, but if the threat was extended to family, would we react differently? Yeah, true. Yeah, true. But I'm I'm just like, I don't want to judge. I don't want to be that dickhead that judges and you're not in the circumstances. But I I would be finding some sort of a police station. I'm sorry. No, do it to the. You're not gonna turn me into no drugs mule, and then when I get catch, I must just go jail and I ain't that. No.
Yeah.
But look. Remember when the whole thing happened with Shine?
Right, Shine went to jail when it was him that shot the woman in the face, allegedly. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, no, sir. Anyway, listen to what this guy has to say and tell me what you think. Oh, why is it not playing? Why is it not playing? Why is it decided
it's starting from the middle as well? It looks like it's starting from the middle.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Not. Oh, right. Hang on. Let me stop sharing and go back in. Settings.
Camera's gone that.
Every time the phone rings, it's gone.
Yeah, that's because you got them hotline. Bling. While you're sharing, did you not see that thing happen to the people in Liverpool? Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, with the car that ploughed down. What was that about?
God knows.
I don't know. All I know is the police come out and said it was a white man who's 53. We don't want that stuff again. We don't want that.
Hey, this channel is terrible, you know. We laugh at the most inappropriate shit.
I don't want that smoke. It was a white man.
Yeah, before you start rioting again, he was white. We're not in it.
All right, can you see?
Yeah, go on.
Can you hear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If someone puts a thumb in my bum and makes Lamborghini doors without my consent, and I decide that I want 2 million instead of that person going to jail, that's my prerogative. If I decide that I'm going to come out in 10 years and face the music, that's my prerogative. Some of you were sent to country when you was younger to go and move food for brothers. You wanted to come back, you wasn't allowed back. Yet you failed to understand how coercion works. You're asking, why didn't Cassie leave? Forgetting that we saw her try to leave in the hotel lobby and Diddy toe punted her. You know, imagine you've got to be to toe punch someone with no shoes on. We've all hit our little toe on the side of the door and we felt that pain. Do you know how imagine you've got to be to toe punch someone with no shoes on? When Conor McGregor's case came out about 5-6 months ago, it was revealed that the lady went the civil route and not the criminal route. People were like, oh, she's money hungry. Why didn't she want him to go to jail? If somebody put a thumb in your bum and made you do Lamborghini doors, you brothers listening right now, and you could get 20 million or that person could go to jail, you are picking that 20 million. So why do you act a fool when it comes to these women's cases? I really don't understand it. Some of you are really, really showing your asses. It's mad because I always say that a lot of brothers don't like women. And I say that because just because you sleep with women, because you're in a relationship with them, you have family with them, does not mean that you like them. There were slave masters who were raping women, having families with them, in relationships with them. They didn't love them. All the stuff that we saw happen with Diddy and Cassie, it wasn't to do with him being a freak. It was humiliation. It was abuse. We're forgetting that he signed her to Bad Boy Records for a 10-album deal, only done 1 album for her, and held her under duress, financially abused her. Yet we're asking, why didn't she leave? Some of you are in workplaces right now. The boss is calling you a prick. He's emotionally abusing you. You haven't left. Why is that? Why haven't you left? Like, we don't understand how coercion and Stockholm syndrome is. Like, we don't understand. I've got a lot of young men who follow me and they've asked me my opinion on this. And all I really like to do is talk about business. But it's just seeing the comments of why didn't she leave? Why did she wait 10 years? Why did she get the 20 million? If someone put thumb in your bum, you now that's doing bad, man. I'm telling you now, you're going to collect the 20 million. Yet you're asking, why did Cassie? I remember being in school and there was a girl who gave shines. Shines is basically all the sex I speak back in the day. She gave shines to one brother. And that brother told her to give shines to 2 other guys in the group and said to her, if you didn't give them shines, I'm going to tell the whole school. And she gave them shines. She didn't have a gun to her head. And you could ask, why did she do it? Like, we don't understand why she did it. Like, we don't understand coercion. We've got a long way to go. Have a fantastic day.
So, what do we think, guys?
Do you know what? I agree and disagree. What I would say is the reason people go for the 20 million isn't because it's 20 million because it's easier to prove a civil case than it is to prove a criminal case. The bar is way higher.
Okay.
So if you take the person if you prove a criminal case, you're going to get the 20 million regardless, straight, probably a bit more. But if you just go a civil case, it's a lot easier to prove because you're not guilty. It's basically the person's got to prove their innocence. I've got to prove that you're guilty. Now the person got to prove it, and a lot of time you can't prove that you're innocent. So it's easier to go that route. So that's why people are doing civil cases instead of criminal. Yeah, because it's easier to prove.
Right.
The bar is so much higher to prove a criminal case than all it is.
I don't think that the feds would have gone for this case if they didn't think they could prove it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people saying, but they haven't proved the RICO. We are in week 3. They've got 6 more weeks or 7 more weeks to go, something like that. I think they've proved the RICO.
Yeah.
I think they've definitely proved the RICO now, just based on some of the things that staff are saying.
But all they've got to do is say, all he's got to have done is use his company plane, to fly from one state to another state, and that's a RICO case. That's all you got. All they got to do is prove it once.
So yeah.
And on all the baby oil, you're good to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Keely Phillips said it was a Liverpool hater that run down those people.
Yeah.
So he just because of football, he just mowed down all of those people.
I don't know. I don't know. All they're saying, because they were saying that his car was. Someone said that his car was inside the cordon. He wanted to get out. He wanted to go about his business.
So he ran down everyone. You're not going nowhere but to jail now. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know.
That's ignorance, boy. Anyway.
I'm time to go. But yeah, I mean, it's horrible.
Desmond said, just remember, staff saw the Cassie beatings and no one called the police. And this was in a hotel. Did his money reach far? Is money enough? He's worth, according to Forbes, he's now, because he was a billionaire, but he's now worth 400 million. So he's,
14.
Yeah, but coming from $1 billion and plummeting in
600 million.
600 million it's a lot.
He still can't spend it. Like,
wow.
White English 53-year-old man, toe punt, so true, facts, real talk. Desmond's clapping as he's watching. The burden of the truth is much lower than the civil case. Right, yeah. 6 weeks, Lord, says Cocaine. Yeah, they've got a long way to go, and some damaging things have come out already. Apparently, Diddy's defense team they're good. They're doing their thing.
They're big. Listen,
they are good.
£600 million. Don't pay for idiot lawyers, yeah?
How much is it?
I'm not saying whatever much he's paying them. He said he's gone down from $1 billion down to 4. Whatever money he's spending his money on, he's got big boy lawyers. You know what I mean? Them man are like probably $25,000 an hour. You know what I mean?
They destroyed Dawn, as I said. I think Cassie's testimony was kind of heartfelt. She says that this was her job. She says that she was forced to have sex on her period, with sores in her mouth when she didn't want to do it. Then they would, of course, show texts where she would be like, "Oh, I love our freak offs. Can't wait till the next one. Want to see big black D's. Blah blah blah." Yeah. But then they're talking about Stockholm syndrome and all of the things that you suffer as an abuse, like you an abused person. You can't really say, "Oh, well, you said you loved it."
I agree. As I said before, I don't care what people say about Cassie or whatever. There's a element of this is Diddy is a powerful man that has money. It can get people to do things against their will, but make them feel that they want to do it. Because boy, you haven't seen money like this. Come here, take this.
Yeah.
So, and some people get just because you agree to it doesn't necessarily mean you want to do it. And I mean, I think I had this conversation with a female recently, and I said it laughing. I shouldn't really laugh about it, but I laughed about it. I said, every single girl I know seems to has told me at some point in their life that they've had sex against their will. Kind of, you know what? Just to shut the guy up, I'll do it type thing. And I was like, like when people tell me, I'm like, that's not true. And every single female I speak to says the same thing. Like, yeah, been there, done that. Yep. Like, didn't really want to do it, but thought, it's just do it just for shut him up.
Right.
And so if it can happen when like general relationships, why can't it be when it's got money involved?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's coercion, and as the guy says, coercion is cold, but it happens.
Especially when you're young and vulnerable, and you can be manipulated very easily. Money's involved. She's hanging on she's hanging on his every word. She wants to be famous. He's P Diddy. He's Puff Daddy, whatever you want to call himself. He's her career lies in his hands, and as far as she could say, her comment of saying, oh, she didn't want anybody else to take her place, so she preferred to do it herself. So if it, she was held at ransom. She's 19. He's in his 30s. So he's going to be impressionable. This person can answer all my dreams. I want him to love me. She allegedly was jealous of Kim Porter. But at the end of the day, Kim was his queen, as he says. And she was never going to be on that level. So at 19, you got, I would say you got to have some sort of
I blame the parents.
You got to weigh up basically. Yes, she's very young, and so where are the parents in all of this?
Well, the parents. All right. So from what I've been researching and seeing, the parents live quite moderately. Mm-hmm. She was making like back in the day. Before that music career, she was making like £250,000 modeling. So she was quite an elite model. Mm-hmm. She was doing really well. She was dating Ryan Leslie, and then I think Diddy teethed her.
No, he did the record. She said she wanted to be a singer, and then she went bad boy, and he gave her, I'm going to make this song for you. I do this, that, and the other. I'm going to make you a star.
Right. But the way they're making it sound is that she dropped Ryan Leslie because Diddy was the bigger catch. Yeah. And then Kid Cudi got up on the stand and said that he felt that Cassie was playing both him and Diddy. Yeah. So how coerced and all that kind of stuff was she? Because she did have some skin in the game when it came to playing men. That's how they're trying to make it sound. But I don't know. We've got a long way to go. But I think they've proven Rico already, basically, from what I'm seeing and from if you've got his assistant Capricorn Clark, I think her name is, she's testified today, and she testified that he had her doing drug runs, getting Molly, getting coke, getting this, getting that. From you using your employees to do illegal stuff, you're done. Yeah. You're done. You're done.
Anything to do. And I know it's just her word against his word, per se. But
not when there's a slew of them, though.
No, but anything where you've got your personal company business and you're using that money to do that, then that's where the problem comes.
Yeah.
That's where the problem comes.
Good evening, Quint. Most US stars have to do some scandalous things to get to the top. And Diddy facilitated it. Epstein did too. Look at Meek Mill give up his man card to Diddy. It's not just Cassie. Yeah.
It's true. Oh, Kelly said you don't even have to be young to get caught up. How many women do these things with men from abroad just to say they have a man or wealth?
Yeah.
You know?
There was that thing with people traveling to Dubai to get pooped on just so they can't buy a Chanel bag. There are a lot of things that people will do.
You want to do it for Chanel? What about Tom Ford?
Crazy.
I go to Shein.
It just makes me feel sick. It just makes me feel sick. I was literally had this conversation earlier about people being even urinated on. I'm like, the fuck? Like, I just don't get it. It's so nasty.
Yeah, apparently he had people pee in her mouth until she felt like she was choking. even when she was saying stop, still continuing.
Waterboarding.
So, yeah. I don't know. My opinion has gone back and forth. I still think people are jumping on the bandwagon, but without a doubt, he's done some things he should.
Of course, yes. Of course,
yes. And you're going prison.
Do you think money? Do you think it's money that corrupts people? That
no, I don't. I think money is energy, and I think people have their characteristics, good and bad, and I think money just brings out people's characteristics. I think.
So you don't think that people, because like when it's so much successful rich people end up doing things that kind of detrimental to their life, taking drugs, drinking, and it seems like they do it. I think a friend of mine once said to me, drugs are not a problem as long as you can afford them.
Right.
As long as you can afford to pay for them, they are not a problem. It only become a problem when you can't afford. But then I said to him, well, look at all these celebrities that Amy Winehouse and that could buy as much drugs as you like. And it's got CCD, you end up dead.
Right. Because having money doesn't make your body invincible from the harms of whatever drugs you're going to take. No, I think greed is an issue. I think that
addiction. Willpower.
Yeah, it's an issue. I don't think money's people say money is the root of all evil. It is not. Money is just there. It doesn't make you
evil. No.
Do you know what I mean? Sell out. Yeah. Your sister. It's your characteristics and what you would do. Like. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the group. I took the question.
Yes, Dad. I said it's called waterboard. It's called waterboarding or water sports. It's sexual health. It's waterboarding or water sports. When people come to me and said, "Yeah, I took part in water sports yesterday," then I understand what happened.
All right. So we're 2 minutes past 10, so we're going to wrap up soon. So good night to our Spotlight listeners. We will see you next week at 8. We hope you have enjoyed us. Do follow the group. No Bravado on TikTok. Give us a follow and keep up to date with all of our daily chats. We look forward to them. Yeah. But we will see you next week at 8. Good night, Carl and the Spotlight team. All right. So we're going to wrap up soon because Natalie looks like she wants to go to bed anyway.
I'm shattered. I'm just tired. I'm really tired. I've struggled today. All day.
Particular women, I'm sorry to say. Particular women, yeah. Mm-hmm. But not just women killing Joe MC.
I've got killing Matt MC on mine.
You got I've got killing Joe.
Yeah, I've got
killing Joe.
Killing Joe
MC. Desmond Akalundi. It's not the money, it's what people do to get it. It's not the money, it's people's character.
Yeah. All right. Character. 100%.
Wrapping up, but let me just ask you guys this quickly, yeah? I thought this was a really hang on, what did our crew say quickly? They didn't say that much. Share screen. Coercive control is a crime, said Grace. Jennifer said, for me, he said lots of facts, but the one I hear most is that a lot of men don't like women. You see it every day in things they say on post online, let alone the way they treat women. Ladies really need to digest that. A lot of men sleep with, have families and babies with, but don't actually like women. Mm-hmm. We constantly hear about daddy issues when discussing women, but so many men are walking around with unresolved mummy issues. It's deep. I agreed. So did you, Shasha.
Mm-hmm.
Dion said, I posted this video on my page yesterday and that line absolutely stood out for me. It's a question I've actually asked some of my male friends. The sad thing is that they're not even aware of how their language or behavior feeds into that statement. I think misogyny is so entrenched that they think it's acceptable to speak to or about women in certain ways.
Yeah.
Jennifer said, Dion, it's a lot, and it won't change until they start challenging each other because they don't listen to us women. Yeah, and I said facts. If they don't like us by default, anything that we have to say falls on deaf ears. Shaz Cornwall says, Jennifer Ross, I agree. Many men definitely do not like women, and that goes across all age groups. There's a whole host of rationale for this behavior, too much to mention. I've observed some questionable things men of certain age post about women on social media. It's awful. Some women even laughing at the comments, not realizing that it's at their expense. Well, I'm probably one of them. I laugh at anything that I'm not supposed to laugh at. So let me not even get into that. But yeah, I do think, there is money at play here. I do think that there is an issue of women not liking men and men not liking women. But it does appear, I would definitely say, since like Kevin Samuels, the hate for women seem to be more prevalent, I would say anyway. Keely said, I always miss the lives. Nice to be here. Nice to have you here, Sugar. Nice to have you here. We are enjoying the comments. So true. All right, last question, and then we're going to go. Natalie, if you want to jump off, though.
No, go for it. If I have to, I might have to go in a minute. I haven't eaten, and I'm shattered, and I haven't eaten today. Yeah, I've just made my food. I'm absolutely exhausted, but yeah.
All right, this was posted by Mike Shaw. Remove 3 things from the list, and the caveat is your 3 choices will be removed from the world forever. So if you had to remove 3 things from the list, obviously the obvious ones would be alcohol and cigarettes. But outside of that, what would you not remove?
Can't see. Hold on.
So it's sex, food, love, money, cigarettes, alcohol, and music. I'll say it again. Sex, food, love, money, alcohol, cigarettes, and music. You have to remove 3.
Cigarettes, alcohol, and love. Don't need love.
Okay. It's so worrying that the men would just dash away love, All of them have said, bun love.
You need love in your life.
Music. I would hate to do music, but it would I'm not coming over money. It would have to be cigarettes, alcohol, music.
Nah, to me, honestly, I'm honest thing, it'd be cigarettes, alcohol, and money. Money don't mean nothing for me, so that's what
can't live without money, though.
Right.
I can live without money. I can live off my woman, innit?
Anyway,
you're not gonna have any money. Your choices will be removed from the world forever. So
money don't need money.
So you're saying you'll dash out love over sex, Gary?
No. If I had to choose, honestly, it'd be cigarettes, alcohol, and money.
Right.
But before money, we'd barter, like we'd swap things in it. So if I had something you wanted, we'd swap. You know what I mean? There's no way to that money there. But if I had to put them in order of getting rid of, it would be cigarettes. No, sorry. Yeah, cigarettes, alcohol, money.
Cigarettes, alcohol, money. Shasha?
Love. Music. Food, sex.
This is a hard one. Because I won't get rid of sex. I can't do without food.
Right.
Can't do without money.
Right.
Music. Well, I need my music to when I'm feeling down.
Can't live without music. No way.
Can't. Alcohol, cigarettes. Yeah, I don't do it anyway. So I can't do a third one. I can't. I can go back to it for a long time, but don't take it away from me permanently, please.
Yeah, nobody want to do that for the one of them dears.
You know what I mean?
Like, you know what I mean?
I need food and I want to be loved. So no, I can't do that. I got 2. I couldn't choose the third one.
Couldn't choose a third.
Couldn't. That's just too hard.
All right, some live comments. Desmond says, I think the Miss Andy is so taken for granted on the other side that many men don't like women. It then becomes who hated first. We have much to do as men and women. Agreed. Taz is saying alcohol, cigarettes, and music. I couldn't live without music. Desmond is saying love and cigarettes, alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Weed is my
Hill and Go
best
MC said a lot of men don't have respect for women, and a few women don't have respect for themselves, and men take the piss. Gary, what do you think EDF will want to swap for its electric? Asking for a friend.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm not going to go through the comments on here, but a lot of men said just dash with the love. Just forget the love.
Just ridiculous, but
they just said, yeah, bun love. A lot of guys said forget
Who said
love.
music? Someone said music.
A few people, hang on.
Who said music?
I couldn't live without music. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't choose a third.
I went back on the forward. It's not possible.
Alcohol, cigarettes, and money, said Ian. 3, 5, and 6. I don't know what 3, 5, and 6 is. What is 3, 5, and 6? Can you not see my screen?
Oh, it's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, the comments. That's why I think. Yeah.
Alcohol, cigarettes, and love. Love hurts, but man can still smash. Am I getting into heaven now?
No, God.
So why are you like this? Why are they like this? Cigarettes, alcohol, and music. I said I can't choose a third. 5 and 6. Alcohol, cigarettes, and love, says another man. Alcohol and cigarettes easy, then money for the last one. Root of all evil and all that, but it ain't. This one's challenging. I can only take out 5 and 6, both poison. Cigarettes, alcohol, love, says another man. Enough men said bun love. I thought it was so interesting. Like, fuck love. Let's try it out. Well, it says 3 choices will be removed from the world forever. So that means you won't need money because it won't exist. Simple choice.
Yeah.
Fair enough. 4, 5, 6. Cigarettes, everything else are wants and needs. I want the rest, so I picked 1. Cheat. Yeah, Hakeem, cigarettes, alcohol, and love. So do women believe in love and men don't then? Like, what is
That's
this?
what it's looking like. Some big divide, boy.
Yeah. Paulette said sex, alcohol, and cigarettes. Sex would probably be the one for me, but because I could go long periods without it. But do I want to for the rest of my life?
Nope.
No.
Not having it as an option is no.
No. I don't smoke cigarettes. I occasionally drink alcohol. Will reluctantly say music. No, music can't go. Cigarettes, alcohol, money. Music, love, and sex are gone. George. Cigarettes and alcohol. You don't need 1 to 4 to survive. Money, alcohol, and cigarettes, says Omari Carr. Alcohol, cigarettes, money.
Bring back bartering, see?
Bring back bartering.
Yes.
Oh, Lord. Sex, alcohol, cigarettes, though I'll be living somewhat contented life, though not happy and maybe a little bit frustrated. I will learn how to make a bootleg. We are a resourceful group. 5 and 6. No, I don't have children. 5 and 6. Alcohol messed me up too many times. A female said bun love. Another female said bun love.
What she said? What she said? Go back. She said love, music, and food. Go on, Rosemary. Are you?
Yeah. So that's what I said.
Slim thing.
I was like, your 3 choices will be removed from the world forever. Those are my 3 essentials. Like, I don't think she understood the assignment. Love, alcohol, and cigarettes. Ain't got it anyway. But it's interesting. I brought this up because it's interesting how love just seems to be.
Sell it.
No one seems to be bothered with it anymore. And I'm like, oh, is this where we're at?
Got it. Don't need
Like,
it, man.
Don't need it, man.
Don't need it.
Well, I couldn't come up with anything. Yes, weed is my best friend.
I went there yesterday. Hey, Trisha, literally, you didn't miss a chocolate bar yesterday. City
I
Fashion was
didn't.
dead.
You think it was dead? Nah, listen, it was good.
I had a good
dead.
time. I was drunk.
It was dead.
Had a good
It
Alcohol.
was dead.
It was dead.
Why did they switch off the thing on popcorn?
Because popcorn come an hour late.
Oh shit.
Okay, is that what it was?
Popcorn was the city. Obviously, you've heard all the drama about City Splash and the council and all that, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So the park had to be shut by 10.
Right.
Popcorn was due to come on at 8:30.
Oh.
Popcorn turned up at 10.
No, Shawnee B was playing started playing at quarter to 8 to 8:30. Then 8:30 goes and it's 9 o'clock. Something. It's like 9 o'clock. Huh? Then it's 9:15. I think, what's going on? And Shawnee B's still playing. And then 9:30, you start talking about the unruly person coming. So that's why they turned it off. But to be honest, I got there late, but literally, Taurus Riley wasn't bad.
He was good.
It was good. Went to Rampage and was listening to Heartless and stuff. Came back out of there, went there and listened to Spice. Rubbish, bag of rubbish.
The music was bad because she didn't sing. She didn't perform, but it was entertaining.
She had 3 boys on stage.
She told the boy to get up out of the bed. Get up off out of the bed. That's what she You are just lay there, and she was vexed.
Yeah, one guy just came up, had to spin up the get upside down all over the place. But this one white guy he was busted. Then I went to watch Valiant, worst performance of the day. Even Natalie's agreeing that she was good. She must have been drunk. Then I came back to watch Popcorn. I tell you, the sound was rubbish.
Coming from a sound man, you would notice the quality.
The sound was terrible. You couldn't hear them. Like if you're standing by the main stage, you could hear the other 2 stages. And like, what's that about? It wasn't loud enough. There was no vibe.
Oh, you don't think so?
There was no vibe. Maybe where I was standing, there was no vibe. And it just
there was vibe.
No, I was fine.
Who was you? I thought it was dead. I was when last year with the rain and mud and sliding, there was more vibes than this year.
Okay. So who was on the line? Because Caperton was on the lineup last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, Caperton was there.
He comes with vibes.
Yeah,
vibes is ready made from your drawing for Caperton.
I mean, Popcorn was poor.
He was poor. I feel like he didn't want to do it.
He is poor, yeah.
I don't know what was going on.
And for me, you know when an artist, right, if an artist is really keen, they're out on stage before they're meant to be on stage and are hyping up. He took so long to come out.
And he was not an entertainer.
Yeah.
He's not an entertainer.
You don't come out an hour late to your show and think that I'm going to... And it got to a stage where people was booing.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
People was booing.
And he weren't doing much when he came out.
Yeah, just... And you know...
I just ignored him.
He
literally walked up and down the stage, giving the mic to people to sing his songs for him.
Yeah, and the thing I don't like about reggae shows as a whole, give me more than 45 seconds of your song, yeah? Sing at least
4. Stop rewinding and selecting and chatting through it and screaming. It's not a dance, and that's my thing. My only thing yesterday was, it's not a dance, Spice. Stop stopping the show. Stop it. She will sing literally 10 seconds of a song
and stop.
There's a stop. I need somebody to come up. What, so that they can twerk for 12 seconds? Because you're not playing music long enough.
You know, and one thing what made me laugh, one thing she did do bust me up. I don't know if you laughed, Natalie. So when she started singing Ramping Shop, she stopped the tune and she said, "Let me bring up my brethren." Everyone was like, "Five Scotland."
Yeah.
That made me laugh.
No, it made me laugh when she said to the security, "You, come here, come, security." So he went over and she's like, "Take off take off in my shorts, I'm hot. He said, she goes, me put on too much clothes. I thought, if he takes that off, what's underneath there? He looked at her, she went, take off my shorts, unzip my shorts. I've got too much clothes on. He was like, what?
The cameraman.
He was like,
I didn't think it was, to be honest with you, from a person that does lots of festivals, like big, massive festivals, the whole structure to things was poor. I mean, I said the Heartless tent, the Rampage tent was quite cool, but the other, I saw a couple of them, and then Valiant was a waste of time.
Wow. I'm kind of outgrowing these things as well. Like, I think about it, it's a good idea for an hour, and then I'm like,
yeah. And people,
you know what I mean?
If they didn't get me a ticket, I would never go because I would. It's not my thing.
In August, come to the one in August with Dolce. I'll bring you up there, a Tyler Dolce, and that's massive. And you're gonna be like, you're gonna be like, okay. You're gonna be like, okay, yeah.
This is better.
They've got two main stages, one at each of the end of Victoria Park, huge stages, and they cater for like, and it's like you don't hear this cross music rubbish, or don't get me, you got to walk a mile to get to the other stage, but
still,
it's
clean.
It gives you the full experience. The sound is proper.
Yeah,
the sound was terrible. Like it was lower. I could hear people talking beside me, like loud. It was poor.
That shouldn't be.
But Desmond says, it was good.
Desmond says, but that you was lit, so it doesn't count.
Really. I was. That's what I mean. We was in the VIP. I was in my own, and I saw loads of people I knew.
Yeah.
So it was like a little reunion. We were just bubbling, and especially when Shawnee came on, he played Soko, played everything. We just raved it up with all these people I haven't seen for ages. So I think it was nice, and I was lit. I can't lie. So it was just nice. I was not even. I didn't even pay attention to Popcorn. I was dancing. I just couldn't even take it. I just saw him with his little Coolio hairstyle running up and down the stage doing nothing.
With glasses. With glasses that went all the way around. And
he just looked like he couldn't be bothered. Yeah. So I didn't even pay attention. I thought he shouldn't have headlined. If out of him and Spice should have headlined.
Yeah.
At least Spice did things. She brought a whole bed on stage and pushed the bed out and that. But because she'd done City Splash a couple of weeks ago, it was hard for them to kind of get a headline. So I mean, I actually thought, but they must have got in too late, that they would have got vibes because that would have been, but obviously Wireless got in first.
Can their paper contain vibes? Is selling out stadiums all over the world. Yeah. It just depends on how much he's going to charge them to do it. Do you know what I mean?
He's doing Wireless, so there's no difference.
Wireless is bigger than City Splash, no?
Not really. It's about the same size.
That's okay.
About the same size. Probably about 40,000 people.
I didn't realise how big it was till I got there. I didn't realise how massive that festival was. It's wild.
About 40,000, I reckon, in cities between 30 and 40,000. So when you're talking next one, that'll be like all point seats. That'll be about 50 to 60,000, and then you start.
Yeah, we'll come to it this year.
Then you're talking like Gaspo, and then you're talking 150,000. So it's that.
What date is it this year? Do you know?
There's the date you don't want to come to will be the 23rd of August.
I think.
Are we working, Charles?
23rd of August. It was 23rd. So the 16th.
Where are we on the 23rd?
Peterborough.
Oh, I'm like, sorry. Oh. Yeah, cool. But yeah, no.
Well, we'll see. Because if it don't make money, then it don't make sense. You don't know my motto. Desmond said, "Why is it ridiculous? How many of us are still looking for love, Cha? I want to still believe in love." Tazzy Taz said he was poor in Reggae Land last year, kept switching his song and jumping up and down. He's so tiny. Saw Puppy in Germany, he was fat. So he's a poor performer then, by the sounds of it. Yeah. Saw in Germany last year, he was quite Buju. The next day showed him how entertainment is actually done. Summer Jam in Cologne is nice, way better than the festivals in England, and much better value than here. Everything's better than England right now, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But with that said, we are 25 minutes over. I'm trying to keep it to the 2-hour shows because, especially if we're going weekly, I want to keep it
Okay, cool.
condensed. But with that said, I think we could wrap up now.
All right, then, cool. Ladies, have a good evening.
This is
too,
watch him.
Yeah, have a good evening. Look after yourselves.
See if you're gonna hang up quick.
I'm waiting now because
you can get it out my mouth. And he was like, yeah, all right, ladies, right.
That kills me.
Anything you guys want to say before we sign off?
No, shush.
Bless up, Tassie. Thanks for joining us.
All right, cool.
We love
Bless up,
having
ladies.
you. Thank you for all of you that joined and commented. There's quite a few of you today. Kelly Phillips, It was nice to have you with us. Desmond said, love the show. People enjoyed it to the max. Night all.
Thanks,
So yes, good night. Remember, we have got Black Excellence stuff coming up in...
Look out for it.
Yeah, July, August, September. We've got quite a few things coming up, so do look out for us. And Natalie wants to have a summer party in the park in England for No Bravado. Let's see if we can make that happen.
Bring your own things.
We can make that happen.
Bring your own drinks and food.
Yeah, we can do that. We can make that happen because there's a couple places you can do that. With Victoria Park, you can do it because they do a St. Lucian one every year. It's really nice.
All right, well, let's talk about it off screen, see how we can make it happen.
All right,
but thank you guys for joining us. Keep up the good work in the group. We love you. Thank you for your contributions. Without you, there is no Bravado, like literally, because you guys keep it running. So thank you so much, and we will see you next week.
All right, let me see that. Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.
See ya.
Bye. And then there was one. I'm trying to end the stream, but anyway, yeah. Good night, guys.